Another situation in Texas, family started a convenience store. They said, you know, we're trying to build this convenience store out. We're going to start a bank so we can lend ourselves money. Then once they started doing that, they said, we're in Texas. All of our friends got this land. Let's do a little drilling. The next thing we knew, they now are one of the largest oil distributors in Texas. And they own a bank that's in excess of $5 billion. And it started out as a family business. So when you sit down and you talk to the mom and pops, it's surprising where they go, because I look at my friends that I grew up with. I have multiple friends who have gone into acting, become major financial, moguls in what they do. One person who is a senior vice president in one of the biggest shipping companies worldwide, who I went to school with. He ended up going into the Navy. He was a lieutenant. And now all he does is he refits ships. It's just interesting.
It is.
The people that you meet along the way and what their passion is and how they end up where they are. I mean, you look at a musician starts out with, either the drums that they were given as a kid, a keyboard that, you have a phenom who's 6 years old who can play, Elton John,
Tiny
melodies, tiny dancer. He can do everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, all he does is he listens and then he can play it. That's their passion.
As we wrap here, I want to take the last couple of minutes. And speaking of passion, speaking of family, this is a great segue to kind of the last thing I wanted to share with you, is that it's been very apparent through our relationship as I've watched you and the things that you do that, your family, the family that you grew up in, your parents and their love for this industry. I'd love to just maybe kind of have you share what it's meant to you. I mean, I love the fact that you shared that you had intentions to go be a doctor. You made this path to stay in the financial world, which I'm sure, for both your mother and your father was very, very proud. But just what has it been like for you to be a part of the family and then to carry things on? And now as you carry on, Schiff Executive Benefits and doing the things that you're doing, how important it is to you that you do that?
It's paramount. Back in 2006, which is exactly when I decided to walk away from New York Life's Executive Benefits Division, my vision then in 2005 was to build this operation in a way that I could support my clients as well as the advisors who support clients the way that we were doing it at New York Life. I mean, at that time, I had 10,000 agents. I was running around the country. I was on the plane 3 days out of every 5, 3 weeks out of every 4. And you talk about family, I basically, you either grow together or you grow apart. And I was growing apart because I wasn't there. Yeah. I can't blame anybody else. But with a chance to redo it and do it right, we now have a back office support that is with the Ridgeback Group, as you know. We've been part of a number of different firms over the years, and what we've done is we've really returned to what we are good at. We have a modeling system that is second to none. It's proprietary. The passion behind it is the fact that we get a census of people, and it says, the top 2 people, they're older, they're unhealthy. We need to take care of them in the plan. But there's another 3 or 5 people or 15 people, and we get creative on the solutions. As my father said, I've taken it to another level because what he does now is he's now with Alvarez and Marsal, which is a large consulting company.